Hi everybody, this is Rich Lenieski here at Living Well for Life Centers. It is a Wednesday afternoon and we're here to shoot another interesting video for you guys today. Now in our facility here, we have a lot of different clients. They range from 70 years old to in their 20s. We have male, we have female, we got bad hips, we got bad knees, bad back. So there are a lot of different variations and different fitness levels that are in here. Now the problem emerges is that they can't all do the same type exercises. There's certain ones that certain people can do and some that people cannot do. So what we do to correct that is we do something called progressions. Now what progressions is there's two different phases of progressions. Number one is the exercise itself. So certain clients here may not be able to do the correct full version of an exercise. So what we do is we give them an easier version of the exercise and then we progress them forward to the full version. Now, running concurrently with that is the second phase of progressions, and that it consists of three different parts. It consists of form, it consists of strength and resistance, and it consists of repetitions. So that's how we do everything, and I'm going to demonstrate that for you today by talking about a certain exercise. We're going to talk about the push-up. A lot of clients come in here, and one of the first things we do, one of the first workouts we do, we tell them we're going to do a push-up. And 90% of the time they tell me this, I can't do a push-up. I've never done a push-up in my entire life. I'm like, okay, well let's start you with an easier version of it and we'll work up to the full version. So we're gonna show you how we progress. So come on in here, we're gonna show you the first progression we do now. A lot of seniors we have in here, a lot of old people cannot do a push-up even on their knees or anything like that. So what we do is we start them on the wall. So basically what we do is we have them go on the wall, put their hands about shoulder width apart, 90-degree angle, make sure our body is completely flat. Now we have perfect form. Now we're going to bring ourselves all the way down to the wall. We're going to touch our nose to the wall and we're going to come back up. There you go. You've done a single push-up. Now the second progression is to work on repetitions. So we're going to keep working at this until we can get full 12 repetitions. That's the second part of our progression. Now the third part is resistance. And for this, what we're going to do is we're going to step back a little bit. We're going to make it a little more difficult for ourselves. Now we're going to go ahead, perfect form again. Our repetitions are the same, and we're going to perform a push-up. Now you've done push-ups against the wall with perfect form, with resistance, and with repetition. So now we've conquered that. So now it's time to move on to the next phase. Now the next phase, what we do is we usually put you on a box. Now this here is a 24-inch box. Same thing. We're going to put our hands at the edge of the box. So we're at shoulder width apart, 90-degree angle. Our back is going to be flat. Our body is flat, and we'll do a push-up. Now, a lot of people in this phase may not be able to go all the way to the bottom. So that's where resistance comes in. We work on our form first. We make sure we have that, of course, number one. Then we work on our resistance. We keep trying to get lower and lower. We can bring our chest to touch the tip of the box and bring it up. Once we've done that, then, of course, again, we're going to work on our repetitions. So once we've got our form right, once we've got our depth right, once we've got 12 repetitions, we've now completed phase 2 of our progression on our push-up. All right, now either we can do one of two things. We can go to a smaller box, or I can put you right on the floor. So we're going to go on the floor right now. And the best way to start with this one is we do it on our knees. Okay, so we have our knees. We go on the floor. Again, our hands are shoulder width apart. We're at a 90-degree angle, and we're going to do a push-up. Again, form is number one. Resistance is number two. Trying to get down, you want to get down to about 2 inches to 3 inches to the floor and come back up. And then we work on repetitions. So we keep working on this phase until they can get their form right, until they can get all the way 2 inches to the floor, and until they can get 12 repetitions. Once that's done, phase 3 is now complete. And now we go to our final phase. And that's a standard regular push-up. So on your feet, again, we must make sure the number one thing and the number one problem I have is everyone likes to stick their butt up in the air. You want to be flat as a board, okay? Stiff as a board. And we're going to go down. Again, we're going to work on repetitions. We're going to work on resistance getting all the way down. And of course, number one and most important is perfect form. And now, all of a sudden, you can do a push-up. Now, some of our clients, they may skip right to the push-up. We have some clients that can do a push-up right off the bat. We have some that have to use the wall. So it's up to me to make the discretion on where we need to start from. Everybody's different, but the end is always the same. Everybody can do a push-up, and everybody that was in here that started with me after a couple of weeks, or sometimes it might take a month or two, was able to do a full regular push-up. Now, once we're done with that and they can master that, then we can get into have a little fun. We can start doing ceiling push-ups, diver push-ups, diamond push-ups, military push-ups, and all the things. But that's how we progress, and we do that with all our exercise. We do that with the squat, we do that with the bench press, we do that with curls, with anything we do, with lunges. It's all about progression. That's how I can take a 70-year-old lady that has 2 replaced hips and get her to do a full squat, to get her to do a full push-up. And that's how we do progressions around here, and it works really well, and everybody gets phenomenal results for it. So thank you very much for listening. So until next time, guys, so long.